Was geht, Leute? Willkommen zurück zu Lost Judgment. Ich hoffe, du bist wieder mit dabei. Auf jeden Fall, Leute, bevor es wieder anfängt, abonniert, aktiviert die Glocke, lasst meine Bewertung da und guckt unten in der Videobeschreibung, da ist alles verlinkt. Jetzt müssen wir die Zeit wenig totschlagen wieder mal. Ihr wisst eigentlich, was heißt immer die Zeit totzuschlagen. Das habe ich mit Kaito auf jeden Fall gelernt. Oha, das schiebt mir direkt. Oha. Ja, gab mir direkt Knockout. Hör auf dich zu schützen, Model. Jawohl, Alter. Hör auf dich zu schützen. Boah. Alter, hatte ich noch nie die Animation zum ersten Mal gerade. Keine Exaktion für sowas nicht. Wir müssen sowieso die Zeit hier totschlagen. Aber das mit dem Auto-Animation, das ist zum ersten Mal, Alter. Richtig geil.
Hey, Yagami-san, it's Sugiura.
Hey.
Shirosaki-sensei and the others just got to Charles. They're getting ready to grill Mamiya-san.
Got it. And I'll head back soon.
Thanks.
Gucken wir mal, was hier so ein bisschen. 37.000 ist halt nicht viel, Alter. Soll ich lang Gesundheitsboost nochmal hoch machen? Oh, Angriffsboost ist full, ey. Ex-Erweiterung. Die Ex-Leiste lädt sich während der Ex-Boost langsamer. Auch gut eigentlich. Ist auch Kampfbonus, genau, das muss ich auch machen, ey. Ich krieg mehr XP, das ist sehr wichtig. Ich mache einfach die zwei noch. Ich weiß ja nicht, wie lange das noch dauert. Dinger. Also, ob wir schon am Ende sind, was ich glaube, aus dem Grund. Warte, lass mal Erweiterung holen. Ja, nochmal das. Okay. Ey, Jungs. Die Musik, ey. Da merkt man Kamurocho. Ah, doch hier. Game Center.
Really? You too, Genda-sensei?
What? Am I in the way?
Of course not. I didn't know you still did field work.
I figured if they could pull a fast one on Saori-kun, I'd at least want to look him in the eye.
Why are all these people here? What gives?
We've been waiting for you, Yagami-san. Mamiya-san is about to enlighten us on the truth behind the groping.
Good.
Oh, and I heard about Sawa-sensei. I'm so sorry.
Our condolences.
Looks like she got mixed up in all this when RK was chasing after Kuwana. But we're still not sure why they chased him. To figure that out, we'll have to retrace Kuwana's steps.
Exactly.
That said, let's start with the harassment charges, Mamiya-san.
Leute, holt was euch zu knabbern und was
Fine.
zu trinken.
Let's get this over with.
Pout all you want, but keep the answers straight. Got it?
Ehara's assault was designed to establish a false alibi for Miko Shiba's murder. So Kuwana had you play the victim, and together you pulled one over on the police and the court.
Can you confirm if this is all accurate so far, please?
Yeah.
The person who groped you on the train wasn't Ehara-san himself. It was his stand-in. And my understanding is that he had conspirators to help him fabricate this event?
That's right.
What was Kuwana doing at the time? Was he in Ijinsho or Tokyo?
Didn't you hear your lady friend? Ehara-san had a stand-in. And that stand-in was our sensei.
You mean Kuwana posed as Ehara himself? So this Ehara was actually Kuwana. Huh.
Sensei and Ehara-san have a pretty similar build. Not sure they could have pulled it off otherwise, you know?
But some spots don't look right, like his mouth. You sure that's really Kuwana-san?
That part around his mouth is fake. He said he scanned Ehara-san's face and made it on a 3D printer.
Oh, huh. You can print things in 3D now?
Well, it's a machine that takes a model's data from a computer and prints physical objects using materials like resin. So if you were to scan a person's face onto a computer, a 3D printer could accurately recreate it.
I don't know the details, but that's what Sensei used to become Ehara-san.
Something like this. See, with a 3D printer, a piece of a face is pretty easy to make.
What the hell?
I see. His eyes are hidden behind the sunglasses, and the seams on his jaw are obscured by the mask.
It's incredible, I must say. With the mouth area so visible, it's too convincing to think he's anybody else. And with the prosecution assuming he's just another sexual predator, they fell for it.
This is no time to be impressed. In case you forgot, he had the defense fooled too.
Right.
Assuming Kuwana was Ehara's double, there's still some evidence I'm iffy about.
I'm of the same opinion.
Okay. Which evidence is questionable?
Ich würde das hier fragen. Und das hier eigentlich. Das hier. Aber sollen wir mal erst das hier sagen?
Any thoughts after seeing this?
Stop it.
You're gonna look away? You aided and abetted by playing the victim, didn't you?
I mean, yes,
Who put this video up on the internet?
Sensei did. He said from the start that once Ehara-san got his guilty verdict, he'd upload it to the internet.
So that was all part of the plan.
Yeah. Sensei can't forgive the law for how easy it lets out bullies. Ehara-san's the same way. His son's death was brushed aside. The court blamed his suicide on unknown factors. And that's what led them to his whole plan. The real victim is some bully who never got what he deserved, and the killer gets off in court by being convicted of battery. How would the public respond after finding out they'd gamed the law like that?
So Kuwana and Ehara's real plan was to make a mockery out of the justice system.
Seems to be going well for them. The courts are beside themselves for dragging the police into this.
I guess Ehara really was desperate. He was never concerned about his own punishment. He tarnished his own name to humiliate the law.
Yeah, cop or not, Ehara is a broken man. Nobody took responsibility for his son's death, and the courts all but ignored his case. No wonder he went along with Kuwana.
I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
Sensei and Ehara-san are the perfect pair with nothing to lose. The only ones who do are the ones forced to comply. Us. Speaking of which, are we done here yet?
Das hier. Will ich unbedingt wissen, oder wo? Ja, das hier.
This came out pretty clearly.
Uh-huh.
So the guy in the back is Kuwana posing as Ehara, right?
Yes. And he actually didn't lay a finger on me. His prints couldn't show up.
Sounds like you had a hell of a time getting this set up.
I didn't. But Sensei sure did.
Das will ich auch wissen.
This piece of the puzzle still needs an explanation.
Is that...
The police examined the trace evidence on Ehara's hands after he was caught. And from the analysis, the same fibers from Mamiya-san's undergarments were found on Ehara's hands.
That's right. If the stand-in was the groper, Ehara-san wouldn't have touched Mamiya-san at all. But the evidence on Ehara-san's hands suggests otherwise. Rather strange, isn't it?
I take it there was a trick to this, too?
That's simple. Before I got in the train, I met with the real Ehara-san at the underground platform. That's when I had him touch the undergarment. After that, all I had to do was go to the bathroom and put them on. That's where the fibers in the trace were from. What the police found on Ehara-san's hands was exactly what we wanted them to find. And it would serve as hard proof he grabbed me. The courts really ate it up. It was hard not to laugh sometimes, to be honest.
You're really starting to open up. That's the spirit.
Eigentlich hat es mir gesagt, was los war. Und hier haben die sich dann...
How about this, then?
What's this? A map of the station?
We made a diagram of Shinjuku Station. The platform's packed with cameras, but take a closer look and you'll notice a small blind spot.
We've all been looking into it. So, let's say Ehara murdered Mikoshiba and faked his alibi at the station. If that was the case, then after Ehara had his stand-in do the deed, they would have swapped at this blind spot. Sound about right?
Is I give up what you're looking for? You figured it out. You win. What more do you want?
Perfekt, Mamiya. Deine Kooperation gefällt mir. Immer schön weiter so, gell?
What do you make of this?
I mean, what's there to doubt?
You tell me?
The one running on the platform wasn't Ehara-san. It was Sensei pretending to be him, right?
Meaning...
There is no more meaning. That's all there is to it. Ehara-san used a stand-in to fake his alibi.
Ja, ich wollte
The
nur
stand-in
versuchen.
turned out to be none other than Jin Kuwana, which Mamiya-san just finished explaining in detail.
Yep. Good to know we have all our ducks in a row.
Ich darf dich auf eine Frage rumhalten. Dann nur noch diesen mit dem Ticket hier.
How about this, then?
And this is?
Before the incident, Ehara used this card to go through the ticket gate at Ikebukuro, the time of which was recorded.
Right, and it was on October 7th at 7:43 a.m.
Thanks, Hoshino-kun.
Happy to help, Yagami-san.
At the earliest, Mikoshiba's time of death would have been 7:30 a.m. If Ehara killed Mikoshiba in Nijinsho, he would have only had 13 minutes to get to Ikebukuro. And frankly, that's impossible.
That's what's dumping you?
Huh?
Sensei borrowed the card from Ehara-san beforehand and passed her the gate. Afterward, he slipped it back to Ehara-san when they switched places. That way, Ehara-san ended up having the time-stamped card on him. Makes sense now.
So even the entry time through the ticket gate was used as part of the alibi?
It all seems so obvious now that I hear it. Nobody'd suspect that a groping was being used as an alibi for murder.
Yeah. And on top of all that, no one knew Mikoshiba had been killed during the trial. They really pulled it off.
Anything else?
Yagami-san, you sure that's enough?
Yeah, I think we've got plenty. Bottom line, groping was a fabrication. At the very least, we know that the prosecution's evidence can all be refuted.
The courts were being intentionally misled. I'm considering filing an appeal.
Are you saying you want a retrial?
I am. We'll reveal Ehara and Kuwana's plot and overturn the verdict they issued.
That might be harder than it sounds.
Why do you say that, Genda-sensei?
Well, the previous trial resulted in Ehara being found guilty, right? As the client, If he doesn't want an appeal, there's no way you're getting one. Doesn't matter what any lawyer tries to do. If Ehara refuses to appeal, then that's that.
Then we'll talk to him tomorrow. First, we need to see how he reacts to everything we've got on him.
Sounds good. Then let's meet at the detention center tomorrow.
Will do.
So, we done for the night?
Sure are. Great job, everyone. Go get some rest.
Ehara will doch unser Face nicht sehen, Alter.
Yo, Yagami. You sure it was cool to let that Mamiya chick just go home?
Yeah? Why?
I mean, she helped Kuwana kill all those people. Aren't you gonna turn her in or something?
I would. There's nothing we can do.
Nothing we can do?
Frankly, we don't have any proof of the murder she was talking about.
What, so this is all for nothing?
Nothing directly pointing to Mamiya anyway. Aside from Mikoshiba, no other bodies turned up. Which means all we can do is take her home, right? Sugiura is making sure she gets back safe.
Fine, forget it. Why are you still here? Everyone else went home already.
Come on, man, why the cold shoulder? Am I really that annoying?
You wouldn't be the guy I'd call to hang out with. So if you're done, then go.
Wow. Straight for the jugular, huh?
But if it's help you need, I'll be there. I've had nothing but time lately. But only if you bow your head and ask nice. Then I'll consider it.
I know for a fact you'd help me out regardless, so why waste a good bow? Thanks for the drink.
Dude, come on. That was your cue to bow and ask nice.
Ey, Higashi, Alter, ey, der Typ, ey. Guckt unten nach rechts. Oh, Higashi ist einfach übel, Alter. Der will unbedingt, dass Yagami Faxen macht bei denen, so dass Higashi so der Beste ist, der Übelste ist. Und sein Game Center läuft gar nicht, Alter, da ist ja niemand. Ich habe gedacht, wir gehen so in sein Zimmer rein und reden dort alle, während andere dort im Game Center zocken. Ich habe alles umgeschmissen wieder, Alter. Guck mal, ey. Komm. Schau dir mal Kuwana an, Morok. Alles geplant, Alter. Krank. Der ist nicht mehr normal, Morok. Das ist ein richtig kranker Fall, Alter. Geh mal weg, Morok. Ja. Endlich home. Ach so. Was ist da oben, ne? Gar nichts. Boah, ich hab schon was bekommen, Alter. So, ausruhen, jawohl. Guck mal unten nach rechts. Am besten nehme ich einen Tag so Untersuchungsgefängnis. Es wird bestimmt wieder lange dauern, dieses Gelaber, ey. Warte mal. Sollen wir uns klatschen ein bisschen? Was geht denn? Alter, übel aggressiv. Hä? Beide auf einmal.
And stay down.
Lass mal durch. Oh, da ist ein Dinger. Lilaner. Den will ich. Was geht, Jungs? Ich finde es so geil. Der macht das, was er in seiner Umgebung findet dann. Ja, und dann, guck mal, erst hat der Schiss und dann macht er so.
What a waste.
Ja gut, Leute, das war's dann mit der Folge. Abonniert, aktiviert die Glocke, lasst meine Bewertung da und guckt unten in der Videobeschreibung, da ist alles verlinkt. Ade.